All right, hey guys, it is Chris here. It is Chris here again with another video. And in this video today, we are taking a look at the shops at Riverside, located in Hackensack, New Jersey. Now, the reason why we are taking a look at the shops at Riverside in Hackensack, New Jersey, is because we're going to be talking about the future of the Barnes and Noble Booksellers store. So yes, guys, if you haven't seen a video I made a couple of months ago, I talked about how Barnes and Noble was relocating from its existing location over to next to the new Cheesecake Factory on the first floor of the former Saks Fifth Avenue store. That space was originally supposed to be for a Pinstripes bowling and bistro entertainment place. However, as it was scrapped, and Simon decided to just relocate Barnes & Noble due to them making this portion of the mall a new upper scale luxury retail wing. It's a very interesting way of Simon did it, but that was ultimately Simon's final decision, since they are the owners of the mall. So basically, this two-level Barnes & Noble Booksellers already got cut in half because the second floor. Let me just go over this really quickly, guys. Believe it or not, Barnes & Noble is on top of the old Cheesecake Factory. So the Cheesecake Factory was on the first floor, and Barnes & Noble dominated the second floor completely and had a little spot on the first floor. So basically, they're now going to be going from a two-level store in Hackensack to a one-floor, possibly a basement store. The basement may very well just be for employees. I don't know how they're going to do it, but it looks like they're just aiming for a one-level store versus it being on two levels. The basement could very well just be for employees or like deliveries and stuff. So we'll have to wait and see what they have in store for us on that. But basically, yes, guys. So I'm not gonna look into the Barnes & Noble too much because I'm going to take a look at the article here. But yes, Barnes & Noble is relocating from this spot over here. If we can get it to go, sometimes this thing has a thing where it just like slows down. I don't know why. It's just really weird. Oh, whoa. So yes, this is so right here is the existing Barnes & Noble, and it will now be going from here all the way to over here on the right because the new Cheesecake Factory is actually on the left side. And this, I think between here and all the way down there. I don't know if there. I do not believe there's going to be an entrance here, but I don't know. Like I said, I haven't been to the mall in a while, so I do not know what the new Barnes & Noble looks like just yet. But I'll show you guys some pictures of it, by the way, in a little bit. We'll just get a quick view of the Barnes & Noble. It's really nothing special. I'm not really mourned over the loss. It's a Schindler 338 loss. I personally don't care, and I also got harassed at this location as well for taking video of the elevator, which is just stupid. And we all know Barnes and Noble's no photography policy. It's just a very stupid policy they have. I've actually gotten caught twice at two different Barnes and Noble locations for having a camcorder with me. So, yep, unfortunately that is the reality sometimes. So anyways, we'll just give you just a few seconds here to admire it. This is just very boring, so I'm not going to make you guys sit through the whole thing here. Alrighty, moving on. And by the ways, here it's just really a loading dock. Honestly, I don't want to put you guys through this, but I'll give you just a few seconds here to admire it. It's really nothing special too, but yes. So yeah, unfortunately, I can't take a look at this because this basically shows off the former Saks Fifth Avenue store. So we actually have an article here from the Daily Voice of Bergen County, and this basically shows you the new prototype Barnes & Noble store. And I'll go over the article in a minute here. So you can see IMC was putting up the sign. You can see the sign is a lot different too. Barnes & Noble's really trying to go out with their colors. I think the white patterns are very interesting as well. And you can see too, the store is going to be, I think it's going to be a big Barnes & Noble. I think it's probably going to be their new flagship Bergen County store, I would assume. But yeah, so this is the new Barnes & Noble. You can see it looks really nice, really modern. It's right next to the Cheesecake Factory, like it was when it was over at its existing location. Yeah, okay, let me rephrase that. I'm sorry about that, guys. So the new Barnes & Noble will be next to the new Cheesecake Factory, just like it was when it opened up alongside the Cheesecake Factory back in 2003. But This Barnes & Noble will most likely not have a new elevator unless it does have a basement, but I don't know. Like I said, I'd have to walk in here and see what's what, but this store will most likely just be a one-level Barnes & Noble store. Do not expect, I'm saying right now, do not expect an elevator, but again, it just depends on how the store is. They could very well have a basement. I don't know what the final plan will be, but again, we'll have to wait and see what IMC has in store for us for this new Barnes & Noble location. You can see too, I like the white. It's very modern, and like the color tile, it's very nice. It's better than going with their much older look. However, I kind of don't like the store lip. It looks a little plain and odd, but I guess it's really the trend of 2018. So, anyways, but yeah, this is the old store. It's a prototype store, and I'll go over that in a minute. And then over here is the current existing Barnes & Noble store, and you guys can see Barnes & Noble used to be a lot bigger. There's actually, I was just in here about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and there's actually a wall that's up, a temporary wall until Barnes & Noble vacates this old store and they move to the new one. But this one had a lot more thought into it. It's a real shame, though, that it's going to come down, because this is a beautiful lip of the store. They really put a lot of effort and money into it, and it's a real shame that it's coming down. But the first floor was also kind of small, and I think they're just doing it because they want to try out a new prototype store. So again, we'll have to wait and see. And again, if you guys want to check the article, make sure to check the link in the description below, because I will definitely post the link when I upload this video. But anyway, so Barnes & Noble. So it actually, I actually saw a sign a few weeks ago, and it said that Barnes & Noble would be relocating on November 6th. And actually, the person happened to go here today, and they saw the Barnes & Noble store, and they said it wasn't open yet. They said we're going to be opening up in another week. So it will actually be opening up next Wednesday on November 14th in a much smaller space next to the Cheesecake Factory, which moved last year. The mall's new Barnes & Noble will be one of the 4 or 5 prototype stores, which is called, according to Barnes & Noble, the, quote, store of the future, opening up in U.S. in a recently report by the Publisher Weekly. On September the 1st, Contemporary Stores opened up a 17,000 square feet space in Columbia, Maryland, complete with 35,000 tiles, USB and electricity ports, and cafe area tables and book theaters, giving customers a 360 view round of the browsing experience. And then they just go on about the CEO, hopes to take the bits and pieces, the prototype stores and finalized. I don't care about that. But yes, this is very interesting. For Barnes & Noble to actually pick Hackensack as one of their prototype stores. It's really just basically saying that they don't need 2 levels anymore, that they could just fit it all on 1 level due to books being more digital versus it being, in like the bookstore itself. So we could very well see a lot more of these stores coming in the next few years or so if Barnes & Noble decides to downsize their 2-level big stores to just be a 1-level contemporary store. And you can tell, too, this is more of a early 2000s look. They wanted to appeal to the customer, and this store served its purpose for the time that it was in. And then you can clearly see here. Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, that's the old Cheesecake Factory. In case I haven't mentioned it already. And then you can see over here a much more modern, updated 2018 version of a store that's it's not really in the desire need of a new store, but I guess it's a nice way to try the prototype. And not only is it a good thing for Barnes & Noble, but it's also a good thing for the Simon Property Group, because this gives them a chance to knock down the old store and put up a whole bunch of new luxury upscale stores. There's also going to be a valet parking as well in that old portion of the mall by the Cheesecake Factory. But basically, that whole thing is going to become a valet lounge. So, and also some stores too. So, anyways, guys, that's about going to do it for this video. I'm going to go over when it opens up in about a week or so. So expect an update video coming in less than a few days. But anyways, guys, for right now, this is all we know. This is all the information about this new Barnes & Noble bookseller store. And yes, the Schindler 330A is going away. If you guys want to see the final ride on that elevator, make sure to check out the channel. And yeah, so anyways, guys, thank you again for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to check the link in the description below if you want to read this article for yourself. And anyways, guys, thank you again for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this video, and that's it.